Clock is ticking, it's almost that time. People tuning in, excited for the climb. Lights are bright, the stage is set. Gavin's in the back, no time for regret. Grinding those beans, double shots and line. Espresso in the cup, it's running just fine. Heart's racing fast, pulse begins to rise. With every pull, we're reaching for the prize. The live stream starts in a few minutes. Get ready, folks. It's time to break the limits from the first note to the loudest cheer. Thanks for tuning in. The spotlight is near. Let's go, go, go. Feel that energy explode. Rocking this night, we're hitting the road. We feel the thrill, cameras rolling, hear the crowd's goodwill. Gavin's on fire, pouring shots so smooth. With a kick of the caffeine, we're making our move. Guitars tuned up, drums are in place. This energy surge, it's a perfect embrace. From the screen of your hearts, we're breaking the walls. Together we rise here, echoing calls. The live stream starts in a few minutes. Get ready, folks. It's time to break the limits from the first note to the loudest cheer. Thanks for tuning in. The spotlight is near. Let's go, go, go. Feel that energy explode. Rocking this night, we're hitting the road. This is our moment. We're ready to roll. With each beat pounding, we're ready to stroll. Audience waiting, can you feel the heat? Gavin's on fire, can't take a back seat. Adrenaline's pumping, the countdown's on track. Double espresso, never looking back. Rocking the stage, igniting the spark. We're ready to shine, turn on the dark. As the lights go down and we hit that stage, cameras flashing like a tiger uncaged. Riffs strumming loud, the crowd roars alive. In this moment we know we will thrive. So raise your glasses, let the atmosphere grow. With Gavin leading, we're stealing the show. To everyone watching, let's make it a blast. This is our anthem, we're living it fast. The live stream starts in a few minutes. Get ready, folks. It's time to break the limits from the first note to the loudest cheer. Thanks for tuning in. The spotlight is near. Let's go, go, go. Feel that energy explode. Rocking this night, we're hitting the road. So here we go, with Gavin at the helm. Get ready for magic. Welcome to our realm. Double espressos, time to take flight. Thanks for joining us. Let's rock through the Texas, where legends unfold. The engines roar, the tires ignite. Chicane Racing League is ready to fight. Cruising the streets with the best in the game. Monster trucks rumbling, living for fame. Barbecue ribs sizzling on the grill. The taste of freedom is a powerful thrill. In Austin's heat we chase. thrive. Riding high on that Texas pride with my crew beside me, we take the ride. Rodeo in the lead, he's a speed machine. Nothing can stop us, we're living the dream. We pit stop for a taste, juicy and slick. Ribs falling off the bone, every bite's a kick. Chasing sunsets, racing stars in the sky. With every turn, we let our spirits fly. In Austin's heat, we chase the sun with the smell of smoke and the sound of fun. NASCAR's roaring, feeling so alive. Chicane Racing League, here we thrive. The tires spin as the crowd goes wild. Adrenaline rush like a reckless child. We push the limits, no room for fear. Every joke we take brings the victory near. On the strip, we're kings of the night. Rodeo leading, ready to ignite. With every lap, the crowd is our voice. Chicane Racing League, feel the joy. 'Underneath the Texas stars so bright, we gather as one, a majestic sight. Monster trucks rumbling, NASCAR's a check. No holding back now, we're living unchecked. Barbecue sauce dripping, laughter in the air. With every bite we take, we shake off despair. This ain't just a race, it's our life in motion. A symphony of engines, a roaring ocean. In Austin's heat, we chase the sun with the smell of smoke and the sound of fun. NASCAR's roaring, feeling so alive. Chicane Racing League, here we thrive. So here's to the memories we'll never forget. Living for the thrill with no hint of regret. Chicane Racing League in Austin, we'll stay with barbecue ribs and the racing play. Rodeo leads us as we set the pace. In the heart of Texas, we found our
Well, good evening, everyone. It's Gavin Bass One. Hope you enjoyed that wee warmer upper for Texas in Austin, just south of Austin, Texas, and it is running from 2012, 5.5 kilometers long, and it is 3.4 miles in total. 20 turns, including the very famous uphill and the hornpill turn in turn one, and then you've got the bobby pin turn as well from 3 and 6 there. Vettel's the fastest guy on this track to date in real life with the pit stop loss time of 18.6 seconds. Then you've got the safety car probability is very low, only at 29%, but the virtual safety car probability tonight is in and around about 57%. I'm Gavin Bass 1. This is Chicane Racing League, and we're in Austin, Texas this evening. You can see the leagues below, and it looks like Connor is really going well with 412 points, with 305 for Jesse, 198 for Andrew, and 190 for PR. Then you've got Johnny B, the stalker. He's down there in 143 in the Williams. In the constructors, then you've got the Racing Bull at 429, with McLaren at 347 and 256 for the Williams. Mercedes 240 and the Red Bulls at 220, and that's currently your standings of the top five in the leagues at the moment, both for your drivers and your constructors. Again, I'm Gavin Bass 1. This is Chicane Racing League, and this is a Monday evening, and that's all to play for this evening on this very difficult little track here in Austin, Texas. Absolutely brilliant to see so many people tuning in tonight. Everybody is very welcome, and I really do feel the love from all you guys this evening. Nice to see a few new drivers maybe in tonight. I'm not too sure. Is there one new driver tonight? I'll see whenever I tune in. But I'll tell you what, if you're watching it on the big screen, Get your soundbar turned up because we're in for a bit of rock and roll here. As I'm back, I'm feeling much brighter again, and I can't wait to do coverage and hope that we don't produce the first safety car of my days doing commentary with Chicane Racing League. Big shout out to the owners, big shout out to Cafe, Rock Robs, Chris, all the guys that all have their little private battles. I'll be watching you all and look forward to a very exciting and clean race if the past races have been anything to go by. So let your hair down, jump off your seats, start dancing around that room because we're going to Austin, Texas. Fasten your seatbelts.
Nine, eight, seven, six, five, four, three, two. Are you ready? In the shadows where I used to roam, fighting battles all alone. Haunted dreams, they kept me awake. The edge of sanity began to break. Gavin's name whispered in the night. A warrior lost but ready for the fight. Chasing ghosts that dance in my mind, but now I've left that pain behind. I hear the thunder, feel the storm, breathing fire into this old one, rising from ashes. I'm taking back my claim, no more hiding. I'm playing the game. From the darkness to the light, I found the strength to ignite. No demons breaking my stride. Gavin's back and I won't hide. With every scar I wear it proud. Turning heads, I'll sing it loud. From the darkness to the light, I'm unchained, ready for the fight. Every whisper that has brought me down, faded echoes in a ghost town. But I'm breaking free, shedding my skin, finding power from the rage within. Faces and mirrors that I used to dread, fading shadows, now they're dead. Gonna rise like a phoenix from the pit. With every riff, I'll never quit. I hear the thunder, feel the storm, breathing fire into this old worn form, rising from ashes. I'm taking back my claim, no more hiding. I'm playing the game. From the darkness to the light, I found the strength to ignite. No demons breaking my stride. Gavin's back and I won't hide. With every scar I wear it proud. Turning heads, I'll sing it loud. From the darkness to the light, I'm unchained, ready for the fight. And when the night falls, I'll stand tall. Won't let the shadows take my eyes. Gavin's heart beats like a thunder drum. With every heartbeat, I have overcome. The battles fought will echo far and wide, bringing hope to those who've cried. So take my hand, we'll start anew. Together in this journey, we'll break through. to the light. Gavin's voice echoes burning bright. No more chains will hold me down. In this newfound freedom I have found. From darkness to light, I rise again. With every breath, I'll not pretend. This is my anthem, my bold invite to join me on this journey from darkness to
Well, good evening, everyone. Gavin Bass 1, just checking the microphone. Well, good evening, everyone. Gavin. All seems to be going well. Maybe somebody be kind enough just to let me know that it's all coming through loud and clear while we ready up here for Austin, Texas. Full quali, 28 laps, Chicane Racing League, and I'm Gavin Bass 1. Looking forward to this one. This league always produces some really, really exciting racing. Thanks, Rock Robs. Good evening to you, sir. Thank you very, very much, Hypes, for your donation there tonight, your subscription to my channel. Very, very much appreciation. And Jesse, thank you very much for letting me know that everything's okay. Good evening to Chicane. Good evening to Cafe. Hypes again. Good evening. Maverick, he's in with me. And there's lots of people tuning in as we speak. Looks like we've got a pretty decent grid on tonight and some very fast guys out here. Looking forward to it. I don't see Connor. Maybe Connor's coming in for a late back of the grid start. I'm not too sure what he's doing tonight. A big warm welcome to Thomas Ruick. He's a new guy there and third on the list there driving the Kick Saba tonight. He's the new guy that I knew that was coming in tonight. So we'll wish him the very, very best. Everybody else are familiar names. And we're off to Austin, Texas. Connor's going to join mid-quali. Have you got the pace tonight, Jesse? Can we get a wee race win from you tonight? Be lovely to see it. Good luck to Rock Robs. Good luck to Hypes. Everybody there. The two guys from Ireland. One of them's from Moira and the other one's from a little town called Roscommon. Good to have some fellow guys in from my country of my birth, and that is Ireland, in the north of Ireland. Hope you enjoyed the monster trucks and the NASCARs and all the different things that were going on there. The barbecued ribs, the rodeo, all the things that tried to warm you up for this lovely race here at Cotta. So quali one it is, and looking forward to seeing who makes it through to Q2. Well, everybody's going to make it through to Q2. Have we turned it into a short quali by any chance? Could somebody just confirm that we're still doing a full quali, or is it just a short quali? still a full quali, so everybody out there is going to get through. Not really much point. It would actually be a good idea just for everybody to ready up and get through to Q2. Maybe they want to go out and do a sighting lap. Going down your drivers this evening. F1 chicane in the Haas. Then you've got G-Man in the Aston Martin. He's going out already. Then you've Hypes in the Haas. Techno Tyson, he's down there in fourth on the list there in the Aston. Then you've got the Mercedes of Pounder Ranger. Good evening, Pounder. Good to see you in tonight. Rock Robs in the Ferrari. F1 Smithy, he's in the Alpine. Jesse's out in the McLaren. Johnny B, the Stalker's in this evening, and we'll see him stalking tonight, that's for sure, because that's what he does best. In 10 there, you've got Andrew in the Ferrari, and Christ is in the Alpine. So Christ, Lovely Calf, and Rock Robs are in their normal little battle of egos tonight to see who can be the best as they can go out on the track this evening and have a battle with each other. Dante is in P12 there in the list and he's driving the Red Bull. Then you've got Cafe in the McLaren, and Thomas Ruick, the new guy, he is driving the kick this evening. So because the quali is really a little pointless, I'm just going to put it on broadcast mode, and I'm just going to let you see just how it goes while I go and grab myself a double espresso, because it's 15 minutes of my life I'll never get back again. See you all very shortly. Good evening, Connor. Good to see you. You're going to get through to Q2, no problem at all, because there's only 14 drivers. That's why I'm not talking. Couldn't be bothered watching guys going round in intermediate tires, but it'll all heat up very, very shortly. Well, thank you guys for that. I had time just to go and have a heart transplant there. A very enjoyable 20 minutes that I'll never get back in my life again. I'm glad you all got an opportunity to go out and do a few sighting laps there on your intermediate tires. None of the times are worth really commenting on because nobody was really pushing on there. So it's just a matter of me getting focused in now for Q2. And a massive congratulations uh, to everybody who qualified for Q2. Take a bow. Unbelievable stuff, guys. People are starting to tune in now. I'm Gavin Bass 1, and this is Chicane Racing League on a Monday evening, and we are in Austin, in Texas. Beautiful little track, and one that deserves an awful lot of respect. Those S-bends coming off the top of the hill down into that section, you get that first corner wrong, you've got them all wrong. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous track, and I'm just hoping that it's a dry race for you all this evening. Oh, you couldn't all retire or Connor would have been out. Oh, the race just wouldn't be the same without Connor now. Definitely not. I'm not even upset about it, guys. I'm absolutely cool. Don't care anymore about stuff like that. Doesn't matter. So let's get all that information up that we all love to see as they all go out on their laps now. Chicane is in the Haas. Garmin is in the G-Mans in the Aston. Hypes from Northern Ireland in the Haas. Techno in the Aston Martin. F1 Connor in the Racing Bull. Pounder Ranger, Merc, and the Rock Robs himself in the Ferrari. Then you've got Smithy. He's in the Alpine this evening. And Jessic, he is in the McLaren. Johnny B, the biggest stalker in the whole of the F World League. It's the stalker. He's back in the Williams. And then you've got Andrew. Andrew's been doing really, really well lately. I'm looking forward to seeing what Andrew's got to offer tonight in this fabulous race around this track. Then you've got Chris. Little personal battle always goes on between him and Cafe and Rock Robs. Interesting to see who wins that one tonight. Dante in the Red Bull, and Cafe is out already. He's busting to go in the McLaren. And then you've got the new lad, and that's Thomas Ruick. And I'll be very interested to see how Thomas goes tonight. So all out on their outlaps at the moment. Thomas is just joining the posse now, and out he goes. He'll be warming those tires up. Nice fresh set of soft tires on there. Let's go on with hypes. Into the left-hander he goes. Straight onto the DRS zone here, so he gets an awful lot of pace down here. Let's have a look what the actual top speeds are along this part of the course. They can get up to over 200, and there it is, 202, 203, 204, 205. 205 is the fastest for hypes there at the moment. Difficult little left-hander here, and then straight into a right-hander. Technical part of the course. So in the Haas for the first lap, here we come, and you're on board with hypes and see what lap he can put in. Final left-hander over the start-finish line. He will go, and he'll set the first lap of the evening at 1:32.8. So he sets the stall out for the rest of the drivers. On with G-Man. Solid lap there for the Aston driver of G-Man, 133.561. Coffee's in 133.599 and Techno's in with a 134.164, but Pounder Ranger in second there at 132.960 and Johnny B in third. Pounder just knocked him off there at 132.9, so Johnny's down in fourth at the moment, and the times are all coming in. Rock Robs gets a 133.7 and Techno's in with a 134.1. Chicane's on a night lap at the moment, and we're just riding on board with Connor. Jessic just gets a 131.9, so he's the first one in the 131s. I wonder, can Connor do it? Into the left-hander he goes, and over the line Connor comes with a 131.8. So Connor puts it in first there, just completely and utterly. Oh, he's just milliseconds behind Connor there. Jessic in P2. Thomas Ruick. Whoa, nice lap there from the kick driver. He's a newbie tonight, and he's just put in a P3 quali, one lap there of the second qualification tonight. So not a bad lap there at all from Thomas. On the chicane. Round the final left-hander, he goes in the Haas, gets it a wee bit back-endy there, and he gets a 133, and that's enough to put him into 9th position in the Haas this evening. So let's ride on board with the Alpine driver of Chris tonight and see what he's got into the left-hander. F1 Connors leading the way at the moment with a 131.8. That secures him a position in Q3 for sure. Jessic's not far behind him whatsoever. And Thomas Ruick, an absolute fantastic debut first outlap for him with a 132.162. So this lad's showing a bit of potential very early on in the qualies here. So just finishing the lap here with the Alpine driver, and that's Chris in the Alpine P15 at the moment because he hasn't set a lap, and this is his first lap. What can he do? What can he say to Rock Robs, and what can he say to Cafe? P14. Andrew's doing a bit of sandbagging there, and 136.825. So Connor's gone for a cup of coffee. He's happy enough with his 131.8. I wonder, will anyone produce the magical 130 tonight? It's a big ask. Everyone from Donta downwards they're all needing to put in another lap to secure their position in Q3 this evening. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on that, because the boys below 10, P11 right down to P15, all will miss out on Q3. So let's see if G-Man can make a better attempt and try and better that 1:33.561 that he currently holds at the moment. It's a big ask to get a 1:30, Johnny B. It definitely is. It's a massive ask. But I've seen it done. I think I've seen it done anyway. Here we go. Let's see, and let's keep an eye on the top right-hand corner and see what he can do for Sector 1 here. He needs to better a 1:33.561, and we are on board with G-Man in the Aston Martin. Oh, that's nice. He's very, very slightly up on Sector 1. He's still a fair little bit of battery left, so he's going for it. He needs a really solid Sector 2, though. Let's see what his Sector 2 time shows as he goes round this left-hander down the very fast part of this course. Only 3 minutes and 38 seconds. He's nearly 2 seconds ahead. So this might be enough to just get himself into about 7th or 8th position. Let's see what he can do in Sector 3 here. Wee bit of jiggling going on the grid now. So Chicane, G-Man, Lovely Calf, Rock Robs, Techno and Chris all struggling here, and they need to put in a really, really solid lap. Here comes G-Man, 10th position, so he's just on the cut level at the moment. Let's go on with Donta. He's having another go just to make absolutely sure he secures that 8th position. So again, let's look at that delta and see what he's got. He's probably out on a set of used reds. I'm not too sure exactly what he's doing there. Oh, he's backing off. He's just not happy with that lap at all. Johnny B's just warming up the tyres. G-Man's on a lap. Chicane's on a push lap as well here. He needs to better that 1:33.3. He needs to be getting it into the early 1:33s, definitely, to get into the top 10 here this evening. So Chicane pushing really, really hard at the end of Sector 1, and we'll just see where he is. He's nearly 2 tenths up, so that might be enough just to get him into about P7 or 8 at the moment. So let's see how Sector 2 goes. Riding on board with the Haas driver, and that's Chicane. Johnny B tells me his friend Willow has done a 1:30.9. So let's see if Connor, Jesse or Thomas, any of those faster guys at the top there, or Hypes, anybody, Andrew especially too, Andrew's no slouch, but he's happy just to retire with a 132.7. But all eyes on Chicane at the moment at the end of Sector 3 here. He's coming in and he's trying to better that 133.3. P8, as predicted. Nice lap there from Chicane. That just might be enough to get him through, but he's got a couple of fast drivers behind him. Johnny B's out there at the moment and he's pushing hard. Let's see what he's got at the end of Sector 2. Driving the Williams this evening and down the fast part of the track. Let's see what his top speed is. 202 miles per hour before he slams it into the left-hander. 0.2 up at the moment, so that's going to be enough to put him in P8 and maybe knock Chicane down to P9. Let's see if Sector 3 is a good sector for him. Oh, P5 for Johnny. Solid lap at 132.384. Absolutely solid. Techno's on a lap at the moment and he's trying to better and get himself out of the drop zone. Oh, McAfee trying to better a 133.3. They're all running out of time rapidly. Looks like the end of Q2. Rock Robs gets a 14th position there, so he's going to drop. He doesn't make it through to Q3, unfortunately. The F1 Connor's the fastest man on the track at the moment with Jessic second. Thomas Ruick showing real form there in third with a 132.162. Hypes, the lad from Northern Ireland, fourth. Johnny B, fifth. Pounder Ranger is sixth. And Smithy, seventh. Andrew, eighth. Chicane, ninth. Well done, Chicane. And Donta just hangs in there in P10. But G-Man, Techno, and Rock Robs, Cafe, and Christ all down there. So those guys all have a little private race going on together, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they do and who picks up the gold tonight in their little private race. I'm Gavin Bass 1. This is Chicane Racing League, and we're in Austin, Texas tonight, and looking forward to this exciting Q3 here. So all the last minute tweaks and all the last minute adjustments, they'll be leaning that fuel right down to the very minimum to get that car as light as they possibly can for this vital Q3 quali. Let's go on with Thomas. He's out in the kick and he's going to be the first man to set the lap tonight. So we'll just stay on board with him as he does his out lap. Everybody will follow suit very, very shortly. Just weaving there and getting those red soft compound tires up to temperature before he tries to start his hot lap in earnest this evening. This is a newcomer to the league. His name's Thomas Ruick, and I've got a feeling this guy is one to watch. He's certainly got the pace. Let's see if he's got the racecraft. So here he comes. For anybody tuning in, you're on with Chicane Racing League here this evening in Austin, Texas, and you're just about to watch a hot lap from Thomas Ruick in the kick. Let's go on board. Oh, he's slicing up those gears very quickly. That's nice driving. Gets those bends quite tight. Nice wee bit of drift there. Keeps it in fourth gear round there. That's really good stuff. This lad knows what he's doing. Definitely does. 70% of the battery left. Wonder what top speed he can get down the straight here. Over the DRS he goes. Pushes that button, that's it activated, and off he goes. 197.89. Oh, he's going really well. 206, 207, 208 he touches there before he goes into the left-hander. So real good top speed here. This is going to be a 131 something, I reckon. It's just 131 watt. Oh, he bends it. Still set to 133.207, but that was invalidated. He'll not be happy with that. On with Chicane. Hype sets an early lap there of 132.526. Then Pounder Ranger just knocks him off the top spot with a 132.456. So Pounder Ranger, top spot at the moment, but a lot of fast drivers coming up behind. What can he do? Here comes Chicane. Into the left-hander he comes. It's going to be a 131 something. No, it's not. It's a 132.8. Puts him in third at the moment. On with Jessic. This is looking pretty pacey. And pacey it is. It's a 131.970, putting Jesse in first there at the moment. Nice lap from him. On with F1 Connor. Johnny B puts in a 131.866, so a solid lap there from the Williams driver. Let's see what the top speed of this Racing Bull is this evening. He's getting a nice tow. That's really going to benefit him. Top spot for Connor with a 131.517. Let's go on with Smithy. Here he comes. Smithy gets 8th position there with a 132.630. On with Andrew. Into the pits he goes. Four minutes and 51 seconds left of Q3. Connor holding the lead at the moment with a 1:31.517. The guys are all going to go out for one more lap, and I'll tell you what, I think we're going to get a 1:30 something in here for sure. Here we go with the newcomer of the evening, and that's Thomas. Driving the kick this evening, and he's trying to better. 1:32.8 is in 9th position, so he needs to make a solid lap here in the kick. Over the line he goes, and he's off. Oh, he's looking pretty quick round those S-bends, I must say. Nice control of the car. Over the DRS line he will go, so he's going to activate the DRS now. Presses that button. Let's see what his top speed is like. 203 right up to 207. 208, he just touched there into the left-hander he goes. P3 for Thomas, 1:31.965 for the kick driver. Really, really nice lap there, sir. On the Pounder Ranger, let's see if Pounder can do anything better than a 1:32.4. All eyes on that sector time at the top right hand corner. Let's see if he's up at the end of sector 1. Yes, he is. He's ever so slightly up, just 700ths at the moment. He needs a good sector 2 and sector 3, and he might just end up in P4 or 5 here. It's all down to this sector 2. How can he manage the tyres and the not so much the tyres, but the grip really, and trying not to get any squirreliness out of this car. Get a solid, clean and very steady lap in here. Still just that 100th up. It's not going to be enough to put him very far up the grid unless he gets a spectacular Sector 3 in the Mercedes. Pounder Ranger's pushing away there. Stays exactly where he started. Almodonta. O'Donta's 1.5 tenths up at the moment, and that might be enough to put him into P5. Let's see if Gavin Bass has got that right. Connor puts in a 1:31.3, so pole for Connor. He just betters it slightly. But all eyes on Donta in P7. Can he just strike that P5 position? Oh, did he invalidate there? P8 for Donta. Hypes P9. Chicane's retired. Johnny B just going into the pits, so that's the end of your quali. And it's Jessic just stole it at the very end with a 31.1. Very, very close to that 130, just 2 tenths off it. So there you have your top 10 drivers of this evening after Q3. Jessic in the McLaren with a 131.1. Then you've got Connor in P2 in the Visa Cash App at 131.380. Johnny's in third. Nice time from him, a 131.8. Thomas doing really well in his debut there in the kick for 131.965. Then you have Smithy, Andrew in the Ferrari, and then the Mercedes of Pounder Ranger in seventh, and Donta in eighth in the Red Bull. And then you've Hypes, the lad from Northern Ireland, in ninth, and Chicane back in 10th there. So that's your finishing grid for the Q3. And now we have a slight break, I think, before we ready up for the race. I'm Gavin Bass 1. This is Chicane Racing League on a Monday night. And from what I can see of the sky, it looks like we're going to have a dry race this evening. Maybe any drivers that are listening could maybe let me know, is it a dry race? Is there any rain forecasted? But the looks of that sky, there's not going to be. Full dry race. Confirmation from race control there, Hypes and Rock Robs all tell me it's a dry race. So good luck, guys, for a super race. I'll be keeping a wee eye on that private battle between Rock Robs, Cafe and Chris tonight. So that'll be a nice wee battle for those three. That's the good thing about this league. No matter how fast or slow you are, you're just going to get yourself into a nice little battle. There's lots of little battles go on. Here we go. And we're away in Austin, Texas. Up the hill they go. Looks like we've got ourselves a relatively clean race. The Alpine of Chris got himself into a wee bit of bother there, but he straightened it up. And all coming round together. That's beautiful. Jessic in P1, Connor P2, Andrew P3, Thomas Ruick in there in P4, P5's Donta, 6 is Smithy, Johnny B in 7th, Pounder Ranger in 8th, then you've Hypes Garmin, and then you've Chicane 11, Rock Robs 12, and Techno in 13th. Chris at the moment is in the Alpine in 14th, and Caffey's at the back, but he'll start to make some positions. I'm very sure of that. There's your tyres. Mostly out on the mediums, but a few guys have decided to go on the hard, so they're hoping there's no safety car as they go into this left-hander, and that Ferrari is having a real go there. That was Andrew, pushing like blazes he is. Oh, three abroad round there, and the Ferrari tries to nick the inside line. Just pushes Connor ever so slightly out there. Or Jessica got pushed ever so slightly out on that corner. A real scrap going on here for the first position at the moment. Oh, somebody got away wide there. Definitely a track penalty there. Pounder Ranger in 8th, 139. 037 for Connor as he leads the race at the moment, with every single one of them in the DRS train. Always what you expect here in Chicane Racing League. Oh, Ferrari off there. I think that might have been Andrew. Either Andrew or Rock Robs. I'm not too sure who it was, but whoever it was rescued it well. And they're all back in line. Nobody pulling away at the moment. But look at who's in the lead. Thomas Ruick has taken the lead. The Kick Saba is 6/10 ahead now at the moment. He's on the medium tires, so he just might pull a gap here. At Williams of Johnny B just had a wee look there, but just a look. Oh, somebody. Aston Martin on the inside there. That's G-Man making a move in the inside, but he doesn't make it stick. The Ferrari holds him up. Then he goes back into the inside and he just touches cars there. He's just ghosting. So a wee bit of touching there from the G-Man. Andrew gets up into P8 past pipes there. So Andrew's on the move. Any position changes so far? Yes, we have. 5 up for Donta. Donta has had an absolute stonking start to this race. Absolutely brilliant for the Red Bull. Few people starting to tune in now for the race, and you're most welcome to the stream tonight. I'm Gavin Bass 1, and this is Chicane Racing League. These guys always produce a really solid race. Connor just takes advantage of that little mistake by the green car, and that's Ruick. But Ruick just gets him back again, but Connor takes the inside line there, gets back into P1 again. Good solid stuff going on between these two drivers. In behind, there's a real wee battle going on between the Red Bull and the Williams. And that's Donta and Johnny B having a good old scrap. Johnny B's just going to stalk. Here comes the stalker. Just watch this guy stalk. He'll stalk and stalk and stalk. But he's got a fast Red Bull behind him, and that's Donta. Donta's pushing. On the rock robs. Connor takes the inside line there and he steals P1 back again. The top 10 all in the DRS train. Wee bit of separation down the Rock Rubs. He's now got himself up into P11. He's going to try very hard to get on the G-Man and get into the part of the party here. Nice aerial view of the Ferrari going around those S-bends. You can see now that he's starting to really try very, very hard to pull in G-Man. Try and get onto that DRS zone. If he can get onto that, he's got every chance of making some positions. And he's doing quite well there, 1.6 behind. Oh, that Aston Martin's making a move. G-Man try to move there. Going round the outside, but Smithy's not letting him through whatsoever, or is he? He took the inside line there. He just might make it stick this time. He does. Smithy goes a bit wide, and the Aston of G-Man gets himself up at the P9. Andrew very close on the tail now of Donta. So starting off now, lap 6. Connor, Thomas, Jessic, Johnny B, Donta, Andrew, Pounder Ranger, all right in there. Wee bit of separation between Johnny and Donta now, so Donta needs to just get back on the train again. Andrew's really pushing hard to get onto the Red Bull. F1 Connor leading the race at the moment on those hard tyres, and that puts him in a very, very strong position because he's going to have the faster tyre on the second part of this race if it's a one-stopper. But here comes Ruick. Nice move there. Oh, wee bit of a touch there. Wheel-to-wheel stuff here. Ruick's going to lose a position here, if not two. Oh, really, really solid stuff here. Another little touch, but nothing whatsoever to be complaining about. Just close, tight, absolutely superb racing here between the top 4 or 5. Connor holding them off at the moment, but look at Jessic. Jessic's now in a position of strength in P3. Wow, here comes an inside move by the McLaren. Look how close this is. The Williams just pushes through there into P4, so Johnny just outdoes the Ferrari on that occasion. Unbelievable stuff here, as always with Chicane Racing League on a Monday evening. Fast, furious, tight and accurate racing so far. I think we're going to see an inside move here by the Haas. He just takes Hypes there and he takes into 11th position. That's Chicane. Or did he get it? Yes, he did. Real tight stuff going on behind him. A wee bit of wheel banging going on, but nothing to report. McLaren of Caffey gets up into P12, so he's having a great wee race. Rock Rubs is on his tail, and we've now got a little battle in there for the last few guys at the back end. So So everybody's having a race, and Johnny's just been taken by Andrew. Andrew takes into the left-hander. Johnny gives him plenty of room and tucks in again into P5. Up the hill they come. The top three are starting to make a bit of a gap now. Thomas Ruick is having a really good... Oh, gets it very squirrely there, does the kick driver. We quite... Absolute wee bit of loss of concentration there, but he rescued it quite well, and he still holds P2. Jessek's right behind him there, and the aerial view just shows you exactly how close this race is right up to P8. Oh, the Mercedes. Johnny went wide, nearly enough let him through there, to be honest with you. Just protecting himself from any damage. Settles for P7 at the moment, but Johnny will make a comeback, that's for sure. Almost chicane here in the Haas, and he's chasing down Cafe at the moment in the McLaren. But everybody is so close, it's so difficult to make moves here. There's a bit of movement going on there. Hype's got himself up into P9, and he's now chasing down the Alpine and Smithy with Garmin right in front of him. But on track at the moment, Connor's got himself a 1.6 second lead. And those hard tyres are doing really, really strong job. Jessic in 2, Andrew in 3. Thomas Ruick has decided to go in for an early stop, and he's put on a set of mediums. I wonder, was that forced by any sort of damage, or is that just a personal choice? Chris gets the first penalty along with Techno. So there's your penalties. 3 seconds each, and 13th and 14th there for the Aston Martin and the Alpine. Oh, look at this. The Mercedes is really tight in. Pounder Ranger is really on the tail of Dante here. He's wanting that position back. Chris just takes the position of Techno there in the Aston Martin. Thomas is now coming from behind, obviously, with the tyre change. So this guy's going to have a lot of pace, and Chicane picks up a 3-second penalty. Just watch this guy go now on the fresh set of mediums. Nice inside outbreaks, and he needs to be making moves. He doesn't want to be held up. Gets himself up into P12. Nice move there past Chicane, or Chris, sorry. That's Thomas up into 12th, and he's now going to chase down Nut Rock Robs. He's on a real move at the moment. Nice wee battle going on here between Hypes, Cafe and Chicane. Looks like Andrew's going up into the pits. And have a look at these tyres. And the stops quickly. So only 2 people have made the stop there. There's a few jumping in now. Looks like 4 people have made a stop. That puts Rock Robs up in the 9th, and then Chicane's in the 8th. But look at this little battle here. Still battling away here for this P6 position that Hypes is holding. Thomas Ruick is really on fire here at the moment. He's making another move and he's going to get himself up into P9 with already a stop made. So the kick is really starting to make moves now, and he's going to chase after Hypes. These 3 still battling away, but while they battle, they're going to let that kick get into the back of them. Caffey's in P6 and he's going to try and move now on G-Man. Caffey's having a really, really solid race here at the moment. Dante's into the pits. Up the inside, the McLaren goes, and Caffey is making a beautiful move there into the left-hander. And Caffey gets himself up into P4 on the track at the moment. Chicane and G-Man are not letting them away though. Jessek's now reeled Connor into 1.2 seconds, so these 2 guys are going to be doing their usual stuff. They're going to be battling. But the big question is, once they pits, where is this guy Thomas Ruick going to come out? Andrew P10, he's looking at a move here at the moment. Here he comes. Nice move round the outside of Kristen the Alpine, puts him up into P9. So the 2 Ferraris together on the track now. A bit of distance between the 2 of them. So on the track at the moment, Connor's leading the race by 1.56 seconds over Jessica in the McLaren. Then you've Pounder Ranger in 3rd in the Mercedes. Lovely Calf in 4th, but a nice wee move going on behind them. G-Man is up into 5th there. He's chasing down with Chicane. Look at this. Wee bit of a touch of the wheels there. Round the corner they go, giving each other enough space. That's really good stuff. But Chicane holds the line. He holds that 5th position. G-Man's pushing really, really hard. Then you've got Thomas Ruick up into 7th, and he's in a terrible rush. Just watch this guy go here. This is a lad I think you've got to be taken very seriously for the rest of the season. He's got pace and he's got racecraft. Johnny B, P11. Little drag race going on here between the Williams and the Alpine. The Alpine and the Red Bull all going wide. The Red Bull has to slam on early and tucks in behind Johnny. Johnny gets a very, very good exit out of that corner, and he's just sprinting on ahead there. Really good stuff from Johnny and the Williams. Wee battle going on here in P12 between Smithy and his teammate Chris. He's going to try the inside move. He outbreaks him and he does it really, really well. I think the teammate just sort of half let him do that. Now they're going to get into the DRS, and now Chris is going to have a go at him. Here they go, both on their DRS, so they'll just tuck in behind, and both of them start to reel in that Dante car, and that is the Red Bull. No point knocking each other out there, just help each other along. F1 Connor, 1.3 seconds ahead of Jessic. Then you've down to Thomas Ruick. He's now in 5th with a tyre change. So he's already had a stop. Solid move up the hill, and he goes up into P4. He's now going to chase down Pounder Ranger, but a wee bit of a gap there. A lot of boys starting to jump into the pits now, so you can see the stops. Half of the field have made a stop. And I'll just go back onto the tires to show you the tire situation there. A lot of guys onto the hards now. 13 lap old hards for Connor and 13 for Jessic. And they're not too far away from each other. So Jessic's trying to pull him in. The rest of the field are really starting to separate out now. On the Rock Robs, P14, he's trying to make a move now on Techno. Oh no, Jesse gets a 3-second penalty. Connor will be well aware of that. Pounder Ranger, Thomas Ruick, they'll all be taking note. Chicane's got a penalty, Techno's got a penalty, and Chris penalties. 80% of the battery left here with Rock Rob, so he's really going well. Oh, he late brakes there, and he gets a lot of distance made up on that corner, and he's now getting very close to the back end of Techno. Come on, Rock Robs, you can do it. Hypes now just gets awarded a 3-second penalty for going outside of that white line too many times. Lots of pit stops going on now. Looks like Chicane's in the pits. Techno gets another 3-second penalty. So those penalties starting to play havoc. Both these guys are really leaning out their batteries, so they're pushing really, really hard, not leaving themselves much battery life to do any sort of passing, so they're stretching each other to the limit. So just 4 people on the track at the moment to make a stop, and look at Thomas Ruick. He's got a lovely position there with that one stop made, but those tires, he has definitely on a 2-stop strategy here. He's now 6 laps on those mediums. Caffey's in the pits, so he's making that pit stop. So out comes Caffey in P11, and he's very, very close to the back of Chicane on a fresh set of mediums. I said earlier that Caffey should get a P10 and above, and I think he just might be on form to do it. Johnny D will be raging at that penalty. He just gets himself 3 seconds. Caffey makes short work of that on the fresh set of tyres. A lovely inside move there by the McLaren, and that's Caffey up into P10. He's now starting to show form. Chicane's going to chase him down. Big separation on the track now, and it's all eyes on these top 3 guys. They need to make a stop. Pounder Ranger, Jessic, and F1 Connor, P1, 2 and 3. How far are they going to take those hards? Chicane wants revenge on Coffey. Owns the inside corner, tries to late break, does a nice job. Coffey just has to tuck in behind, and that's a beautiful move by Chicane. P10 and P11 battling it out there. This is the closest battle, but let's have a look at Coffey. Oh, he gets nice traction out of that corner. He just waits his turn here. Not sure he should have done that because he might just get it taken back out in the DRS. I'd have just tucked in. Oh, they both got DRS there, so that was really good stuff from Coffey. He holds it, and Coffey into P10. Jessek's in the pit, so let's see where Jessek's going to come out. And Ruick is in the pits as well. Thomas is going into the pits for his final tyre change. Let's see what tyres he's going to go on. Is he going to go on the hards for the last 10 laps? Let's see. Yes, he is on with the hard tyres, and out he comes. He's going to come out in about P8 or 9 here. Oh, he's dropping down into P9, but a lot of people in front of him all needing to make stops, so he needs to start putting in some very, very solid laps. The bit of a battle going on in front here. Pounder, Ranger and Smithy, they're at it. The Mercedes versus the Alpine round the S-Bends. Here they come. Oh, Pounder Ranger's driving beautifully tonight, and he is really, really sucking the ass off this Alpine, and he's going to make a move. No point taking him there. You're only going to get it taken back off you again. Tuck in behind. There he goes. Does exactly that, and he's going to make the move now. It's an easy one. So nice little battle going on there. F1 Connor's in the pits, so this is all very interesting stuff now. He's the last man to make the stop. Thomas Ruick is on 2 stops. So Connor, it comes out in P2. Jessek just takes the corner off him. And I'm going to look at those tyres just very, very quickly. 1 lap old mediums and 1 lap old 0 lap old mediums. The usual 2 guys are on a race. Hype's really, really trying hard to get back onto that Alpine at Smithy. He's chasing him down. I think Hypes might get himself up into P7 here if he gets close enough to that Alpine, and it looks like he has. DRS will be activated here. Smithy tries to get out of the drag. He's running out of road. He's going to try. No, he's not. He had a wee look at it and then decided better. Look at the top 2. They're starting the battle the way they always do. So it's the McLaren of Jesse and F1 Connor. They're right at it. Pounder Ranger gets the fastest lap of the race at 1:35.008. So Pounder's on the move at the moment. He's starting to reel in Johnny B. The 2-lap mediums versus the 9-lap old hards. 8 laps to go. I'm not too sure if Thomas Ruick got the strategy right here, but we'll soon see. I think the one stop is going to do the job here. Nice move by Smithy there. Now chasing down Donta. Hypes is down there in P8 and he's chasing really, really hard. He's got Thomas Ruick behind him. Thomas is impatient there. Just has a wee look. Lines are up. Into the left-hander. Rock Rubs gets a 3-second penalty, back in 13th there. Lovely Calf still holding on to that P10 position and quite a gap behind him, so he just might get that P10. He might even do better because Hypes is carrying a penalty and he's not too far off their tail. But here's a guy in a rush, just touches the back of that Haas, says, excuse me. He's going to make a double move here, I would say. There's one of them. He gets rid of that Haas, he just passes Hypes. He up into 8th. He wants to get Smithy out of the road as soon as he possibly can if he's got any chance to get back on the trail. Tries the inside move, he makes it stick too, and that's a beauty. If that comes off, that's a real good move. He tries to switch back and he just goes for the inside move. Oh, this is a good driver, this kick driver. Absolute swamping move there. Superb. You were caught on camera there, Ruick. Brilliant move, sir. Getting yourself up to P7. You have a job to do, and I hope you can do it. Pounder Ranger on the back of the Williams of Johnny now, and they're going to chase it down the hill. Chicane gets his 3-second penalty. So F1 Connor and Jesse doing the usual thing, battling it out for P1. Then you've got Andrew trying to close the gap in P3 there in the Ferrari, gets it a wee bit squirrely there. Then P4 you've got Johnny and Pounder fighting away there. See if Pounder can make the move here. Yes, he can. He's going to go for the outside. DRS going to be wide open. There he goes. Nice move by the Mercedes there. Johnny B in 5th, Donta in 6th in the Red Bull. Then in 7th you've got Thomas Ruick, and he's closing in Donta quite quickly. Smithy's in P8 and they're having a lovely little battle here. Smithy, Hypes and Lovely Calf all battling away, and Calfy's doing the best job I think I've seen him yet. Absolutely perfectly clean, and he's only 3/10 behind Hypes at the moment, and he's on those 6-lap old mediums. I just hope those medium tyres can hold out for another 5 laps. He goes quite wide there. Hypes is going to have a go at Smithy here, I would say, up the hill. Smithy really makes the road very, very difficult for Hypes to get through there. He's defending really, really well, and he's making those corners very, very narrow. Hypes gets a 3-second penalty. He just did not want that. Not at this stage of the race, he didn't. Nice wee battle going on between Rock Robs and Techno at the moment for P13. Also Christ's down there. But Lovely Calf's having the best battle out of them all at the moment, and Rock Robs gets himself a penalty. So let's have a look at those penalties. 6, 9 and 9 for Chris, Techno and Rock Robs. 6 for Hypes and 3 for Johnny B and 3 for Jessic. Connor's going to know that. They're battling away in P1 as always. Changing position. Here they go. Wheel to wheel. Round the right-hander. Jessic tucks in behind. And as always, these two are having a fantastic battle. Inside move by the McLaren. Jessic gets the corner. He owns it. Nothing Connor can do about this, but he takes the inside line. Oh, lovely stuff by Connor there, just holding Jessic off. Just kept the pace going round that corner, and Jessic could do nothing about it. Only absolutely sit on his tail here. He's lining himself up for a DRS move on the fast part of the track. Dante gets a 3-second penalty. 4 laps to go here in Austin, Texas. Here comes the McLaren. Side by side they go. Oh, Jessic's not giving up whatsoever here. He's going for the inside round the left-hander, and he'll get that. Oh, look at this. Into the left-hander. Connor just takes that one. Jessic's going to tuck in behind. He's going to get him on the DRS, and they've both got DRS. Jessic's holding it now. Connor's right on his pipe. He's going to go for the outside, but he'll never make that move. Don't think so. He tried that once, and Jessic blocks him out this time. Absolutely no way of it. Johnny B in 5th there. He's coming in behind Pounder Ranger. And now you've got this guy, Thomas Ruick. He's now up into P6. Your position changes are there. 3 up for Andrew, 3 up for Pounder, and 4 for Caffey. Caffey's in P9 at the moment and doing a flipping brilliant job tonight. He'll be buzzing. Jessic needs to pull away by 3 seconds there because he's holding that penalty, but against the experience of Connor, no chance. I wouldn't think it. They're both on equal tires. Inside they go. Looks like Connor holds that corner. Jessic sits in behind again. Week in, week out, these two guys battle round the corners, wheel to wheel. Absolutely, seriously accurate, brilliant driving by these two guys. It's always McLaren versus the Racing Bull, and they are fighting furiously for that position on track. Jessic just nicks it there and noses ahead on the right-hander. He's going for the outside line. Connor goes back into the inside. What an absolute battle we've got here going. Position change again. Jessic goes for the inside now. He'll dominate the right hand part of that course. He'll not let Connor up the inside again. Jessic holds the position. Oh, Connor slides out. Oh, Connor has slid out. He's lost a pile of time now, and that has given Jessic a chance to get away with that 3 seconds. Oh, Connor definitely made a big mistake there. Johnny B in 5. He's chasing. Rock Rob's having a little go at Christie here. Connor did a really, really good job there, not getting away by 3 seconds, but it was enough to let Andrew through in P2 in the Ferrari. And Andrew's now 2 seconds behind Jesse, and Jesse needs to pull away by that magical 3 seconds in 2 laps. Can he do it? He's got 89% of the battery. I think he might be able to do this. Let's see how he goes. Tire positions are vital here. There you go, 8-lap old mediums versus 15-lap old hards of Andrew. So very, very interesting stuff here at the very tail end of the race. Johnny's still pushing. Jesse's doing it. Jesse's pulling away by that magical 3 seconds. He needs to get away from Andrew big time. Chris gets a 3-second penalty for multiple track warnings. Chicane's DNF'd earlier on in the game. I didn't see what happened there. But he's pulled away by the magical 3 seconds, and Jesse's going to get the race win here if he can keep it very, very tight and clean to the end of this race. Connor's trying to get Andrew now. And right behind them, you've got Pounder and Johnny. Here comes Johnny on the inside. He makes a stick leg break. Into the left-hander he goes. And Johnny gets himself up into P4. Beautiful position for Johnny. The F1 Connor really needs to get this Ferrari out of the road very, very quickly, because Jesse's running away with this. Lap 27 of 28. And Jesse's far, far too experienced to let this go. I think Thomas would be wishing he just went for the one stop. Pounder Ranger's getting onto the back of Johnny here, so Pounder's not giving up hope either. Here he goes. He's very little battery left, so I don't think there'll be any move made here unless he dives up the inside, which he's trying to do. Oh, he really seriously outbreaks Johnny there and makes a beautiful move in that Mercedes to get himself up into 4th. Beautiful move by Pounder Ranger, one of the best of the evening. He really had to stand on the brakes really late there, and he made that work. F1 Connor still trying to chase down Andrew. He makes it work, and Andrew's into P3 now. Techno gets another 3-second penalty, but Jesse's running away with it. Lap 28. If you're listening to me, Jesse, I want one hell of a wiggle over the line. You've really deserved it. Connor made a mistake, and you've been gifted this race. Look at these two fighting between Connor and Andrew. Just get very close to each other around the right-hander there, and the Ferrari just has to back off ever so slightly and lets Connor away. But Connor has lost this race, but 4.6 seconds is going to do it. Hypes is DNF'd. I don't know what happened to Hypes, but we're going to see the leader and the winner of this race coming over the line now. And that's Jessic. A lovely wiggle for Gavin. Thank you very much. And here comes Connor. He's in P2. P3 is Andrew. Great stuff from those three. Here comes Pounder Ranger. He's got Johnny right behind him. The two of them give me a big wiggle. And here comes the new guy, Thomas. Brilliant from him. Absolutely superb. Then Smithy, he's in P7. Over the line he will come. In the Alpine, P7 for Smithy. Lovely Calf gets P8, and he gets my driver of the day by a long shot. P8, and I predicted it. Caffey gets a P8. G-Man P9 and Donta P10, or Donta DNF. Rock Robs, he's in 10. And Christie, he gets a P11. And Techno, P12. Don't know what happened to Donta at the very end there. Missed it all out. But what a race we had this evening in this brilliant, brilliant course. What a race, guys. What a race. Another one to watch back. Brilliant win by Jessic. Absolutely fantastic. Driver of the day for me was Cafe. Pounder Ranger gets the fastest lap. Driver of the day by the game was Andrew. Most overtakes Andrew, and the cleanest driver, Pounder Ranger. So there you have it. There's your positions. Jessic, Connor, Andrew, Pounder Ranger, Johnny, Thomas, Smithy, massive for Cafe P8, G-Man 9, Rock Robs 10, Christy 11, Techno is 12, Donta 13, 14, Hypes, and 15 to Chicane. And I'll just bounce on quickly to the race director and give you the incidents very, very quickly in case you want to maybe flick down them for later in case any of the stewards want to see. So there you are. I'm just going to bounce onto the laptop here and just give you the last little bit of this race commentary. So just stand by a wee second and I'll come on here now. So there you are. I'm just going to bounce onto the laptop here and just give you the last little bit of this race commentary. So just stand by a wee second and I'll come on here now. So there you have it, guys. An absolutely phenomenal race, as always, by Chicane Racing League on a Monday night. I'm just checking here to make sure that everything is working on the camera and stuff like that. Maybe it's not because my internet is really, really poor and doesn't seem to handle it very well. Oh yeah, it seems to be working. I'll just turn it down. So as always, a fabulous and mostly clean race by the Chicane Racing League on a Monday evening. Wheel to wheel, nose to tail, what you always expect from CRL on a Monday night. Massive win for Jessic tonight, and Connor, commiserations to you for having that little spin that just put you out of the race. And a fabulous result, mainly for Cafe getting my driver of the day and my prediction that he would get into the top 10. That's a massive result for Cafe, and I think he will be absolutely and utterly buzzing with that. Commiserations to any of the lads at DNF, and if it was somebody else's fault, just put your ticket in maturely and let the stewards do their stuff as always. As forever, I always thank the lads from the admin team and the owner for running a fabulous league, and I will be back with you all next week. And good evening, Hi-Fi. What about you, sir? Good to see you. I'm hoarse, actually, to be honest with you, just after doing 2 streams in one night. So I'm looking forward to getting myself a nice cuppa and just maybe watch a couple of the races back. But massive congratulations to everybody tonight, but especially Cafe. I've got a soft spot for that guy, and he tries very, very hard, and a P8 and driver of the day. He'll go to bed tonight very, very happy. I've been Gavin Bass 1, and it's been my pleasure, as always, to do commentary for such a brilliant league, and I'm really delighted to say that I'm back to my normal self again, and I'll see you all next week. So it's good night from Gavin. Cheers.
With every stream we forge, our spirits align. So as the night closes and I bid you goodbye, know the gift of your presence made me feel alive. In the pixels and colors, a family is formed in this space of creation. Our passions are warm, sitting here in silence, but I hear your cheer. Every loving heart given is a reason to persevere. Until we meet again, keep the hope in your heart. This journey together is a masterful art.